Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer who was convicted in the death of George Floyd, was stabbed by an inmate in federal prison in Arizona and seriously injured, a source told the Associated Press. The AP did not provide Chauvin's condition but said he was taken to a hospital after life-saving measures were performed. The AP indicated that Chauvin is not dead. He was taken to the hospital for further treatment and evaluation, the AP reported, indicating he is still alive. The exact nature of his injuries was not released, and the name of the inmate who stabbed him was also not released. The app's story was based on an anonymous source. Although the Bureau of Prisons has confirmed that an inmate was injured, authorities have not formally confirmed the inmate's identity. Minneapolis media are also reporting that Chauvin was stabbed, but the news outlets are attributing the information to the AP story. The report broke on November 24, 2023. Here's what you need to know. The Tucson prison where Derek Chauvin was stabbed has suspended visiting. The Tucson prison's website says it houses 382 inmates. Visiting at the Federal Correctional Institution, FCI, has been suspended until further notice, the website for the prison says, although it doesn't make clear whether the visitation suspension is due to the Chauvin stabbing. Chauvin is housed at the Federal Correctional Institution in Tucson, Arizona, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons inmate database. It says that the facility is a medium-security federal correctional institution with a detention center. The database says that Chauvin, 47, has a release date of May 7, 2038. Heavy has contacted the Bureau of Prisons and the Tucson prison for additional details. There was another serious incident at the same prison at about the same time last year, according to Fox News. In November 2022, there was another serious incident at the same prison. An inmate attempted to shoot a visitor in the head, but the weapon was misfired, Fox News reported. The AP reported that the prison where Chauvin is housed has been plagued by security lapses and staffing shortages. As a very high-profile inmate in a police-related death case, Chauvin would be an obvious security issue behind bars. Other high-profile inmates have been killed in prison. For example, serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was beaten to death in a Wisconsin prison, and mobster Whitey Bulger was also beaten to death in a West Virginia prison, according to ABC News. Derek Chauvin recently spoke out in a new documentary, calling his trial a sham. Play Alpha News, a news site in Minneapolis, recently published a documentary called The Fall of Minneapolis that featured an interview with Chauvin. The documentary was crowdfunded and published for free on a website. It is produced by Liz Collin, a former television reporter in Minneapolis. She became a focal point of controversy after Floyd's death because of her marriage to the former Minneapolis Police Union president. In the documentary, Chauvin called the trial a sham. He also said the length of time EMS took to get to the scene after being called there by officers was not normal. The documentary argues that Chauvin did not get a fair trial. Just days before the stabbing, the U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear Derek Chauvin's appeal. The U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear Chauvin's appeal just days before the stabbing, leaving his conviction in place, according to CBS News. His appeal focused on his requests for a change of venue and to sequester the jury, CBS News reported. A Minnesota appeals court had previously rejected Chauvin's appeal, CBS News reported. Read next. Adam Johnson video shows moment of hockey player's injury.